What's up? What's up? It's time for Done Way Past Funny with your host, G.D. Fenderson. Join us as we take a look back at the early works of seasoned comedians before they were seasoned with this week's guest, Come Over Here. It's time to get down and get dope with Done Way Past Funny. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. I'm your host of Done Way Past Funny. This is part 2 of our interview with Come Over Here. Enjoy. Now, do you have enough material to do a CD? And are you going to release one? And is that like in the works? Am I getting like an exclusive here, a Come Over exclusive?
You are.
So
yeah, I'd say. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we always talk about recording these and doing things, and we're one of these bands that we don't really want to do it in the basement, like using like GarageBand or our own software and things like that. We want to go to a place that kind of like old school. We want to go into the studio, and again, they with the equipment that it's not cheap, it's not something that they're going to reproduce and clean up in Pro Tools, even though obviously we'll have to do that. Yeah. But we like to try to go through, like I said, let's try to go through a take. Let's try to do like less fake, actually play instead of trying to just, okay, we played one chorus, let's just loop that constantly.
Right.
But so the goal is to go in and record these songs that we have for Come Over Here as well. So yeah, we'll take it just as serious as we would take our serious band when we're recording.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'd say at this point we probably have 20 to 25 songs. Now some of those are real short. I mean, you'll notice with the two that we watched earlier, they're probably both under a minute or 90 seconds each.
Right.
But yeah, we have a good chunk of material. We're always constantly writing, but I think we'll narrow it down to what we think is our absolute best. And definitely put out an album. I would hope in the next year, but yeah, we'll have to see. A lot of that is delayed with me. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So it's tough for me to kind of say, all right, it's done. Let's go record it. I always want to keep kind of improving upon it, or I think every artist does that. You want to, with your jokes, you want to get just the right delivery. Is there too many words in here? Is there a better way I can phrase this? At some point, you just kind of have to say, all right, this is it, lay it down and move on.
Now, when you're saying, because I wish I had that same approach to my jokes. I don't. No. Now some of the material that you could take a song that's not great and put it on there and just say it's art. I mean, you can do that with music. No, you don't understand that piece. You're not hearing it correctly. You need to retrain your ears. This is actually a beautiful piece of art about farting. No.
Well, I mean, take Detached Mustache Attack. There's 4 words in that whole song, really? I mean,
yes.
And it's just the same thing over and over again. So joking about perfection, like that felt perfect. That felt how it should be. But yeah, as Brad was saying, like we want to we go in very well rehearsed. We'll even do pre-production, recordings. We'll set the tempos. We'll do a click track to them. We'll make sure that, we go the whole way through. We'll rehearse them constantly until we absolutely hate them, and then go in and record.
Well, actually, now most people, there's going to be a purist out there that says, wait a second, detach is one word, so it's actually 3 words. But I understand that you're treating detach as 2 separate words. So I understand the art form there. No, I'm just letting the purists know, because they're like somebody who's out there who's actually counting words and going like, no. And
well, that's because
all these letters.
But it's the Detached Mustache Attack. So
Thank you. All right, so here's suck it. I don't want them to be getting like millions of letters, from you guys complaining. We don't want to get canceled behind this, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want them to lose sponsorship, because I know that you guys probably are like, their sponsors like probably knocking down your doors right now, or bill collectors, which is I can't tell them apart now. That
They meet out in the driveway and make deals themselves. We don't even get to talk to them.
No, look, now, do you have like members of your family who like listen to it and go, "Gee, guys, I'd like to come hear you play, but I got something to do. I don't know what. When you playing, I got something to do that day, whatever it is." People who don't get what you're doing.
So, I mean, I don't know if people didn't quite get it when we played. A lot of my family was actually there.
Okay.
So I think they were more curious because it was kind of like a surprise to most people. Like no one heard or knew what we were going to do with this comb over here. They just knew the name, and we were going to try to surprise everybody with not even saying it was us, but we at least wanted 5 people to show up. So we kind of had to let some people in, but we weren't really letting, like, everyone was asking, like, what do we sound like? What are we doing? And we kind of wanted it to be like a surprise to keep them off guard. And I think we definitely did that. Everyone was pretty shocked when they saw it. And, a lot of friends came out to it, and hopefully, more people talk about it, and we could get, a few more people out here or there. Like Brad was saying, if other people don't find it funny, we're kind of like, we really don't care. We're just kind of going out and doing this more for fun. So this is more like the comedy act type thing. This is our first real stab at going out and doing this. And, we're just hoping that it gains a little bit of traction to do it, because, it was definitely fun. And, you don't have to be yourself. You can completely be hidden. You can only see a couple inches in front of your face with these things on too. So you couldn't really see people's reactions or anything like that. You just had to kind of go by instinct. So.
Now, why comb over here? I mean, because you could have parodied. I mean, you could have just picked like almost anything to make fun of or make. So how did comb over here? And guys, I mean, audience, you can read the spelling there. It's even because I understand I have a southern dialect sometimes, so it's comb over here. The B is silent. But how did comb over here get to be the name?
Well, I guess that's my fault. We were trying to come up with a name for this joke band, and that just kind of stuck, kind of using like a pun type thing. And then once that happened, I was like, we should call our album To Pay the Bills. And it just really seemed to stick with what we were doing. And then just started talking about what will we look like. And like I said, majority of the music is more on Brad. I don't really play guitar. I could noodle around a bit to just get something, but a lot of those like music ideas all comes from Brad's mind. So I would say I'm probably the moronic side when it comes to like the look and the feel, but majority of the music comes from him.
Well, to be fair though, yes, maybe some of the music or melody, but everything in the band is absolutely a 50-50 or 100% partnership. Lyrics are just refined over and over as we just think up funnier things, at least that we think's funny. And if we find a new joke that fits better, we pull a line out and move that joke in. And it's really, really a great partnership between us. It's super collaborative. We have the same sense of humor. It just really works for us.
Now I know, but that's it was not apparent in this clip, but between some songs, you actually do tell some jokes.
Yeah,
So,
so that came about. I think just naturally, we just thought of funny things we could use to introduce songs, and one of the concerns with playing loud music with comedy is if you can't hear the lyrics, if you can't hear the vocals and the
yeah,
jokes, a lot of it's lost.
right.
So we really tried to keep the guitars down. Pete even played a little bit softer, so we could let those lyrics come through. But we just had things that we thought were funny that would kind of lead into songs or introduce songs, and we thought let's work it in and see how it works. And I think it went really well.
So to play softer, do you would half dose the Viagra? No, I'm just kidding.
We do, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't take as much, when you want to, the vocals to be heard. So, but yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a little bit different than, the other bands that we would play where I would, hit my hardest, or we would keep turning up constantly all the time. Because again, not saying in real bands the vocals aren't important as well, but you're kind of doing a little bit more of a balance overall. And we definitely wanted these lyrics to be heard. By no means do I call myself a singer per se, but with this, I think it definitely helps with that, willing to just kind of put what else is out there. If your voice cracks or whatever, it kind of just makes it, fit more for the act that we have.
It's kind of funny because the music itself is styled after punk, but because you want people to hear it, you have to hear and understand the lyrics. You have to be anti-punk in that regard.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, you have to be like your lyrics. You have to sing almost like Joan Baez so that they hear you. But you have to play. You have to play like Sex Pistols.
Yeah. We really tried hard not to make this like a novelty act. We've tried hard to write good songs with good melodies and good music behind it. When we record them, I think they'll be a little more fully realized, because we'll be able to layer in a little bit more than the two of us could do live. But for us, this is a fun band with fun lyrics, but we certainly don't treat it as a joke. We don't treat it as just some novelty. We try to put everything we have into it.
I enjoyed it, and I'm hoping that other people will see this and want to check it out. And are you going to put because this clip here that I have, are you going to make more clips available to the public, like on your website, or do you have a YouTube channel that because I don't think you have a YouTube channel yet, right?
We do.
Oh, okay. Because I would have put that. Okay, it's come over here.
Yep. So it's the clip that we basically sent you.
Okay.
Again, we kind of, all things put aside, we kind of put that out there for this. So we'd have something, but we'll probably put more things out there. When we think about it more, maybe we'll have do a video of an actual MTV music video or something like that. Just, when the time seems, right and everything. Like I said, this one thing we're super patient. We don't try to force to just put material out there to do that, or kind of like, social media is really big. You got to post all the time to keep all these trends up and everything. Like we're not really worried about that. We figured it'll happen when it happens. Because the last time we actually played out was 2016 before this coming up. So, we weren't really in a major rush to do this until things are right. So that's kind of just how we feel. Even with those, the wigs that we're wearing, those are made. We had to put the extra hairs on it to make it look like it's falling and everything. So a lot of this stuff was, really well thought out. I mean, we're probably one of the probably lamest comedy things because, you know, we probably take it way too serious just to go out there and make complete fools of ourselves. But that's just what we've been doing for years anyway.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say it's because you think about people like Gallagher, Carrot Top, and I'm not comparing you to those guys because I think you're better, especially better than Carrot Top. I mean, and Gallagher, like how many times you can't you reuse a watermelon? You can reuse a song. You know, I'm just saying he was not very efficient. You know, that's just bad business planning on his part. That's probably why he only lasted 30 or 40 years in the comedy business.
Yeah.
So now I don't have any other questions. Is there anything out there that you want to put out there for people to, your social media, how they can follow you or stalk you, or something you want to say to make the judges more friendly towards you in your next court case?
You know, we're so right now it's April of 2023. So
Right.
we're working on a couple more shows here this year, and our focus will be on getting out, kind of road testing the songs, see how they work, fine tuning them, and then we'll hopefully hit the studio and put out an album. So I think we're real excited to see where this goes.
Cool. Keep me posted, and not because I'm stalking you guys, because I am, but that's just by accident. But keep me posted because I actually like what you do, and if you decide to, when you put your flyers out there, I will repost and help advertise because I like you guys.
We appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, we appreciate it too. Like I said, I was roaring in laughter watching you, before we started playing. So it was good to, felt kind of like extra loose, just, getting ready to get up there, a little less jitters than what we would normally have too, just being able to laugh like that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. So, guys, thank you very much. And that's it. Everybody.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Thanks. Okay. So officially we're over. We're done. So I really do appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah. This is something brand new for us too. Like no one's really interviewed us or anything over all the years of doing this. So it was cool to be able to do that and to do the double, personality thing too. So
I was about to say, I hope that was okay, because obviously if it wasn't okay, you would have shot me down before we got this far. It's like, get this far, something, scrub the whole interview. the last past hour, fuck it. No, we're not doing that.
Oh yeah, by the way, you can't use any of this, by the way. I mean, the one thing too is like the one thing have more that being careful with, come over here is, people that we work with or people that we know that wouldn't get it. I usually don't tell them about it. That's usually about it. I don't know about you, Brad, but there's some people I know that would go and just kind of be like, what on earth are these guys doing? So if they find out about it, great. But it's not like I'm going to like, the VP of my company saying, hey, you should come out to see my comedy band play, and them just being like, what the heck? So, but I mean, that's really about it. Other people that have come out are combed out, have had fun.
Combed out of the closet.
I had my 80-year-old dad seeing us play, which was fun. So yeah.
Combed out of the closet.
Yeah, thanks again, man. We really, really appreciate it. Do you have anything coming up?
Yeah, I've been hired to do a graduation celebration on the 15th. That's private though. I'm looking at the wrong calendar. So it's not the 15th. I need to turn my calendar over. Yeah, I have a on May 27th. I have like I'm doing a 90-minute set of song parodies. See what you guys started? I actually have to learn like 7 songs so I can fill out a 90-minute set. Actually, well, it's song and music and so, like what I did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have. Oh, I didn't want to say this out there. I'm saying this to you. See, what I'm doing is I'm actually putting together a karaoke songbook because I parody all these songs so like they can sing my words to the tune of someone else's music.
Oh, great.
I'm making it available on my website so people can download a PDF file, and if they want to, it's just more of a publicity thing. I don't expect people to start, downloading songs and start singing my version of songs, and but then again, they could.
That's a cool idea.
No, so I was going to suggest you guys like make a supplemental songbook to go with your CD when it's done. I mean, or you could I did a CD and I just had all my lyrics posted inside.
Yeah.
But so I guess you could do that also.
Yeah. Yeah. We keep talking about is our physical releases still a thing? Is it worth the cost to make a CD or vinyl anymore, or do people just stream? That's a bigger conversation, I guess.
So, but if you go the route of just streaming, then the supplemental songbook does make sense in the sense that you have something that's inexpensive that people can buy for like $5 or $10 on your website or at shows, and that way you can they can have, because people like tangible stuff, even if they don't like to admit it. That's why they steal things from hotels. They have the memory. Right, they have the memory, they have the expenses, they have the receipt, they have the bill, they know they're there, but they got to steal something.
So
a robe, a towel. So people like the physical things.
And me personally, and I know Brad's the same way. Like I like getting the CD for several reasons, or a record or something like that. I don't have a record player anymore, but like I like getting the CD for a couple reasons. Is again, you have that booklet. You can go through, you can just put it aside. And also just the quality of the recording is just way better on a compact disc like that. And I would rather compress it and put it on my computer and control it rather than buying it. And it sounds, it just doesn't sound nearly as good when it's streaming on Spotify or, you purchase an MP3 through, iTunes or something like that. So, I mean, we definitely do. But again, trying to figure out in this day and age, is it worth actually doing that? Are people actually going to buy them? Or are we going to end up like, getting so many printed and being like, here's coasters that you guys can purchase and use. So.
And that's where I am. I have like another 600 CDs from my real band. I have like 600 CDs in my basement. Now my comedy, I have my own DVD burner at home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So once I get it on my computer, I can burn, and I have a DVD printer and a DVD burner. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I think I can do this without being too destructive. I have to be a little destructive. Give me 1 second. Oh, actually, not 1 second is a lie. Give me like about 33 seconds.
Okay, go.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
There it is.
There we go. See, I have like a DVD.
Mr. Predator.
Oh my goodness. That's what happens. The computer's like doesn't know what to do with the information now. Oh, wow. computer does not know what to do with the information now. It's like, wait a minute, wait a second, what happened here? Let's try this.